Fluent, period. Why do you understand English when you read it? But when people speak, it sounds like a blur. Like everything is too fast, too connected, almost like one long word. Here's the truth most learners never hear. Native speakers are not speaking fast. Your brain is listening wrong. And once you fix this, your listening will improve immediately. Let me prove it to you. Imagine someone says, "I'm going to work." Easy, right? Now listen to real English. "I'm going to work." Different. Now even faster. "I'm going to work." Now it sounds like one word. And this is where most learners get lost. Because you're expecting clear words, full pronunciation, perfect separation. But real English doesn't work like that. Here's the secret. English has two versions of many words. A strong version and a weak version. And if you don't know the weak version, you will miss most of what people say. Let's break this down. In English, there are small words, very common words, that almost disappear when people speak. Words like, "you're due can't for," and these words are used all the time. But here's the catch. They're usually not stressed. And when they're not stressed, they become weak, short, soft, sometimes almost invisible. Let's see this in action. First word, you expect. "You look great." But what you actually hear is, "You look great. You look amazing. You look tired." The you becomes you, and your brain goes, "Wait, what was that?" Second word, are you expect. "Are they here?" But you hear, "Are they here? Are they here?" The R becomes a soft, almost gone. So don't focus on it. Focus on the important word, here. Third, do you expect? Do you know? But real English says, "Do you know?" Or even, "Do you know?" Yes, it changes that much. And if you're waiting to hear, you'll miss it. Now it gets even more interesting. Because these weak forms connect. Listen, "Do you want to go?" becomes, "Do you want to go?" Three words turn into one smooth sound. And suddenly, you feel like you understand nothing. But now you know the trick. Your job is not to hear every word. Your job is to catch the important words, the stressed words. Like, "want go," that's where the meaning lives. Let's try another one. "Can you swim?" Sounds like, "Can you swim?" Or even, "Can you swim?" The can almost disappears. But swim is strong. Clear. That's your anchor. Another one. To you expect 5 to 2. But you hear 5T2. That tiny T sound. That's it. Next, for this is for you. Becomes, this is FU. Again, soft, quick, easy to miss. And one of the most common, and you expect fish and chips. But you hear fish and chips. Not in, just in. Last one, I'm a teacher. Becomes, I'm a teacher. That small sound, almost invisible. Now imagine this. You're listening to a sentence, and you're trying to catch every word. But half of them are weak, reduced, connected. Of course it feels impossible. So here's the mindset shift. Stop trying to understand everything. Start listening for the main idea. This is called listening for gist. Instead of thinking, what was every word? Think, what is the message? Because even if you miss small words, you can still understand the meaning. Now let me give you a powerful technique. This one is simple, but most people never try it. Close your eyes, play English audio, and just listen. Don't translate. Don't analyze. Just hear the rhythm, the music of English, the stress, the pauses. At first, it feels strange, but then your brain starts recognizing patterns, and suddenly you begin to understand more without trying so hard. Because listening is not just about words. It's about sound, rhythm, flow. If you're still here, you're starting to see English differently. And that's exactly what you need. So make sure you subscribe to Fluent, period. Because here, we don't just teach English rules. We show you how English really sounds. Now remember this. You don't need to hear every word to understand English. You just need to hear the right words, the stressed words, the meaning words. So next time you listen, don't panic. Don't try to catch everything. Just focus on what is the message. Now tell me, when you listen to English, do you try to understand every word? Or do you focus on the main idea? Be honest. Write in the comments. Because this one habit can completely change your listening forever. and I'll see you in the next video.